This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
First tonight, a weather impact alert. It feels like 100 degrees right now on the field at Busch Stadium, where the Cardinals are getting ready to face the San Diego Padres. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. Temperatures did hit 100 degrees in some places, so let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Scott Connells.
And for most of us, it felt like it was above 100 degrees this afternoon with the heat index right around 104, 105 across much of the metro area. Listen, the dangerous heat and humidity, it's back. It's going to be here for a couple of days. Wednesday's still a little uncertain on just how bad it'll be, but certainly for tomorrow, we think it's still hot and humid into Wednesday, though, especially during the afternoon and evening. And a couple of things that we have to consider, the fact that we don't get a chance to really cool off during the overnight hours. Tonight in St. Louis, temperatures only dropping to around 80 in town. These are your current readings across the area right now. 98 in St. Charles, Cahokia is 97 degrees, Arnold's 95. You look across the bi-state region, it's hot everywhere for us. Closest rain as well to the north and west. That heat index still above 100 in Chesterfield. Over to Scott Air Force Base right now. And yes, tomorrow the heat advisory expands farther south and east to include much of the area. That will be in effect from noon until 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Certainly could get extended into Wednesday if the heat and humidity linger. Definitely stay hydrated, try to stay out of the sun, and stay in that air conditioning if at all possible and as much as possible, Mike.
And now to an update on breaking news we've been following all afternoon in Florissant, where a car crashed into a restaurant, killing a customer. This happened just before noon at the Rice House on Lindbergh. That's not far from the Deerbergs at Washington Street. Our Laura Barcheski is live on scene. Laura.
Mike, we talked with the owner of the restaurant, who's not only devastated about what happened to their restaurant, they're also devastated for the customer and the family. The owner says the 52-year-old customer was a regular and was waiting for his family to have lunch here when the crash happened. Florissant police say a BMW SUV parked in front of the restaurant somehow went through the front of the store just before noon. Investigators are still looking into exactly how that happened. The driver and passenger of the car were not injured and are cooperating with police. The owner says 11 of his employees were inside at the time, and if the restaurant had been even busier, they would have been hurt as well.
We're just very shocked that this had happened, and was worried about everyone's safety, customers and or staff. We have about 20 employees at this location that are without a job until we reopen. But we do ask the community to continue their support for us by visiting our other location down the street.
Their other restaurant is about 2.5 miles down the road near Lindbergh and Newhall's Ferry. We'll have more on this story coming up tonight at 6. Reporting live in Florissant, Laura Barcheski, 5 on your side.
The Arnold Parkway project that would have forced hundreds from their homes and businesses is now dead. Initial plans called for construction of a 2-mile road connecting Highway 141 to Richardson Road. Some business owners who would have been forced to relocate say they're relieved these plans have changed. A spokesperson says the city will finish buying any properties under contract if the owners still want to sell.
Now to an update on the shootings in Alton that killed a police canine and left a police officer and a woman hurt. 5 on your side's Robert Townsend has learned the shootings were connected, and he joins us live from Alton. Robert.
Mike, Alton's mayor tells me the one suspect, that guy I'm about to tell you about, they tell us he was the only suspect connected to all 3 shootings. Mayor David Goins now tells 5 on your side 27-year-old Vernon Randall Jr., the suspect who shot Alton police officer Alan Averback and killed his canine Odin last Thursday during a shootout, was the same man who shot a woman hours before. Investigators say around 10 Wednesday night, a woman was sitting in her car in the 2300 block of East Broadway when Randall shot her twice and then ran off. Mayor Goins says detectives reviewed surveillance video and determined Randall committed that crime.
I heard a pop, and then I heard a, oh, that's a shame.
Vincent Codeney says he saw police officers standing around the wounded woman and her gray car. The shooting happened near Codeney's home and just blocks away from the Alton Police Department.
When I went down a little bit later, and then they was pulling the car back up on the flatbed.
I've been around here for so long and nothing like that has happened.
The mayor says Randall randomly fired at 2 cars on East Broadway. Nobody else was hurt. The next day, Randall was killed during the shootout with police officers. Again, the mayor says Randall did not know the woman who suffered those gunshot wounds. She's now out of the hospital. We're live in Alton. Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
A local company is making hundreds of shirts to support Ferguson police officer Travis Brown. Just a little over 2 weeks ago, Officer Brown was shoved to the ground by a protester. He remains in a coma right now, and the efforts to support him continue. Our Justina Cornell joins us in studio. Justina.
And it was a busy morning with Mattingly's Embroidery. The St. Louis company created shirts for Officer Travis Brown with his family's help. The shop opened the t-shirt window Friday night, and since then, hundreds of orders came rushing in. Printing with pride. Machines move quickly Monday morning, creating close to 400 shirts. Mattingly's Embroidery plasters on this pattern. A pattern specifically made to represent Ferguson police officer Travis Brown.
And we were able to put this together with the help of the family. The family's the one that came up with the design. It's 3 words that reflect kind of what the city and his family are hoping: progress, change, and healing.
And on the back is Brown's badge number next to TJ Strong. As of Monday, Brown remains hospitalized after a protester violently shoved him to the ground more than 2 weeks ago.
He also has 2 little girls, and so we knew that there was going to be some adjustments.
Adjustments that uproot a life, an upheaval co-owner Doris Finnegan knows well.
My late husband was in law enforcement, and he passed away in 2012, and he died by suicide, and I was not able to get any benefits from Backstoppers or any other organization. And so over the years, it was a struggle financially to raise 3 girls.
Motivated by this, Mattingly's Embroidery has given back since 2019. The first was to the fiancé of fallen officer Michael Langsdorff.
Then we have probably donated back almost $100,000.
Each print is backed with a helping hand. Finnegan says their hearts are in it too.
They're like, why did you do this? Well, we know hurt, we know pain. You know, my husband died 12 years ago, his son died 10 years ago, so we understand grief, and that's a big part of it.
Now, all of the profits will go to Brown's 2 little girls. The suspect in this case is in jail until his next hearing, September 11th. Now, if you'd like to help or buy a t-shirt, you can head to our website, ksdk.com, and go to the section as seen on TV.
An update tonight on transportation troubles within the St. Louis public school system.
Yeah, parents have been concerned for weeks that their students wouldn't be picked up for class, and today, at the start of the 2nd week, some families still don't have answers. Our Megan Kernan went to district headquarters as parents had to make some tough decisions. Megan.
Mike, last week we reported several students who weren't given any transportation and parents who weren't given any answers about why. Tonight we heard from one mom who was so frustrated with the transportation issues that her son was facing that she decided to change his school. We first told you about Kia Miller last Wednesday. Her 4th grade son, Kamorian Miller, was not picked up for Siegel Elementary School. On Friday, Kia says somebody from Hodgson Tech Academy, which is within walking distance from their home, called to let her know there was an opening. Today was Kamorian's first day there. While it's been a huge relief, Kia says it also has been a difficult adjustment for her son.
He was so scared this morning. He was very scared. He was like, he doesn't know anyone. He's not going to be able to see his friends. And I had to tell him, you can make new friends. My son shouldn't have had to transfer school just to get to school. To me, that's crazy.
St. Louis Mayor Tashara Jones says that many parents have reached out to her office complaining about the school district, but the mayor says that her office doesn't have the authority to help the district provide transportation. Now, we've been trying to reach out to the school district and transportation office to get some answers from them, but we have not heard back. Reporting live in downtown St. Louis, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Coming up, reports of an armed robbery and shots fired in Forest Park in the middle of a busy Sunday.
Plus, the mayor of Cahokia Heights has a new title tonight, Hero, how he saved a little girl's life.